Manipur continues to be on the boil. You have floods, you have issues of firing, and then you have issues of targeting a religious place under construction. It's a state that is battling a lot of crises at the same time. A firing incident was reported targeting an under construction religious installation in Imphal in the early hours of Friday. The incident happened around 12:30 am at the palace compound. Police said that the security had been tightened in the area following the incident of firing. Those behind the incident are yet to be identified. The area was under the protection of the central forces where the incident happened. On this issue, I am joined by Hijang Misao, Group Captain B. Nandakumar Sharma. I will also be joined by later Professor Prasanajit Biswas and Major General Ashwini Sivaj. In studio with me is Brijesh Pandey. I will straight away go to Group Captain Nandakumar Sharma. Sir, if you look at the visuals, you have floods in Manipur. The people's life are miserable. First it was because of a cyclone, now it is because of the monsoon, and despite that, some miscreant, a group has the time to target a religious shrine. Mr. Sharma.
Yes, Kartikeya. It's very sad time for Manipur. Around last month, June 4th or 5th, the Manipur had a flood because of cyclone, and this time also we are having serious flood issues. And also we have seen in between when the pre-monsoon set, the landslides in hilly areas nearby Churachandpur and other places, and a lot of these things, water which are to be blocked by the natural plants and other things are not there. That's why that is one of the reasons floods are happening. And also in Imphal and nearby valleys, uh, the wet areas where waters are generally accumulated during the monsoon, they have been filled up, and it's mainly many houses have come up. And this may be one of the reasons. And also the Loktak Lake, which has been silted, and it requires time to time desilting. Uh, this may be some of the reasons. However, I have not seen such a flood for a long time. In my childhood days, around 85, 86, I have seen a flood, but not of this magnitude. And after that, I am seeing in a year consecutively within a month flood of such such a high volume are sensing by the people of Manipur, especially in Imphal. It's very seriously we should take the environmental safeguards so that such things are not happen in future and our generations are
But
safeguarded.
what Brijesh, what really baffles me is because I have divided this conversation into three parts, and the flood is the uniting theme, because people say that the nature does not differentiate between religion, communities and ethnicities. And this is the second time it's happening. It's not only happening in Manipur, the entire Assam is flooded. 55,000 people are displaced in Assam. 55,000 people are displaced in Assam. My question is, despite so much of problem, you have groups still who would target a religious shrine.
Well, Karthika, you'll have to understand the difference between, the nature's fury and also the internal compulsions of those groups. See, the fact of the matter is that if situation return back to normalcy, if the situation, comes to a level where, there's a cessation of operation only because Manipur is reeling under flood and natural calamity, then I think, the solution to Manipur's problem won't be far away. The groups are committed, there is massive distrust, everybody feels that, this is their chance to make sure that they have an upmanship in sense of sending terror the other ethnicity way, and that is the reason why this is happening. I mean, irrespective of the nature's fury, flood, whatever, I don't see any cessation in an attempt to intimidate, in attempt to resort to violence, to underscore their own line of argument. So I think there's no way the two can be correlated. They will, the other will continue despite whether there is flood or not in the state of Manipur.
I'm also joined by Major General Ashwini Sivaj. Then I'll go to Hijang Misao. General Sivaj, I mean, so there's so many things happening in the state. There are floods happening in the state. There was a firing which took place at a Kuki MLA's house. You have a firing that takes place in Imphal. And the state is part of the 100-day program of the Government of India.
Yeah, Kirtike, unfortunately, the situation is not been coming under control as far as Manipur is concerned. And now this flood has come, and this flood fury has created havoc in Imphal Valley. And everyone thought that very rightly you were trying to bring out when such type of disaster struck, then the communities also tend to unite rather than have a difference with each other. But unfortunately, that has also not happened in Manipur. The type of distrust which are there in both the communities, Kuki and Metis, now it is very clear that what happened in Churachandpur and how a Kuki MLA house was vandalized. So this is very, very unfortunate. You see, we are not able to find out any solution. We are not able to bring the situation under control. We are not able to bring back those weapons which have been looted from the police armory and also one which has come across from Myanmar. We are not able to handle a situation wherein the people who are displaced are put in a relief camp where they are protected well. The gap of distrust remains there. The buffer zone is there between both the community, but that is only a temporary phase. Everyone thought that time is the greatest healer, but it's not doing too good in Manipur, because the moment someone get an opportunity, he try to be take advantage of that instead of becoming a victim of a ground reality where everyone is affected by flood. The communities are still making use of this opportunity to attack on each other. It is really very unfortunate. I hope and pray that good sense will prevail on the either side and the situation try to become normal. Because as on today, every time we discuss, we hope and pray that situation will come and become normal in time to come. But Kartika, it's not happening.
It's not
Unfortunately, it's
happening.
not happening.
I completely agree with
There's
you.
also one more thing. I just like to one line that Kartike, hope is a good breakfast but bad supper. And I think we are leaving too much on hope.
Hijang Misa also joins me. Misa, tell me, the couple of things which have happened simultaneously. One is that the religious shrine was attacked, and second, there was a Kuki MLA's house in Churachandpur when few unknown men, armed miscreants, reportedly fired several rounds at the residence of MLA from the Singhat constituency. Police said that the incident took place around 12:50 am on Thursday, adding that taking advantage of the darkness, the assailants fled the scene. Before they could be caught or identified, police said that following the incident, a team reached the spot, and during the inspection of the area, some portion of the wall were found damaged and 5 empty cases of AK-47 cartridges were recovered. There were no casualties reported during the incident. A case has been registered at the Churachandpur police station with further investigation. And the MLAs, the Kuki MLAs have actually responded to it. They signed a letter protesting it. We'll show that letter to you. And in this letter, they have made their anguish pretty much visible. Your comments, Hijang.
Well, Kartikeya, I would say Manipur is badly sick. And this sickness has been prolonging for more than 1 year. And it's always a question raised by everyone. What kind of parents would like the child or the children grown in pain, doing nothing to give such treatment? That's the same case with Manipur. Now, I would say there is complete chaos and total anarchy in Manipur. The state government cannot rein in the public, the mobs. And we are living in a state of complete anarchy where everyone is taking the law in their own hands. It is very unfortunate. And it is very irony. The irony part is that the central government, whom we consider as our parents, is simply remaining a mute spectator to the pain and the bleeding that we are going through. Now, the incidents, both that happens either in the valley or in the hills, are also a manifestation of the failure of the government. How come armed miscreants work freely in the entire states? That prove that there is complete failures from the part of the government. So therefore, there needs to be some kind of treatment where this sickness needs to be healed, and that that lies in the core of the central government. Now, look at what is happening. It's very unfortunate that in spite of the pain and grief that we are going through for more than one year, now natural fury has been unleashed upon us. And there were
Ijang, do
also
you ever
people who are
remember
also.
Manipur to be flooded like this? Mr. Sharma was telling me he doesn't remember, you know, as a child, as a teenager, that so much of floods have happened in Manipur.
And I haven't seen this magnitude of flood in Manipur. Uh, now, there are also some people who are also connecting the incidents, saying that um, this, how they connecting is like this is the time when our peoples are, put in such level of a situation where they don't have a place to sleep, they
Is it
don't have
because,
a food
Hijang,
to
that
eat.
the urbanization has taken place in low-lying area?
I would say that's why I'm saying
Disorganized?
there's a total failure from the part of the government. Had the government take uh, its role effectively, I think this flood would not have taken place. Now we've been saying this irrigation minister. What is irrigation minister doing? But they should have seen all these things which can happen in the states. Now it's also like the entire valley area is a low lying area, and fortunately the hill area is above some higher level, and all these floods is not affecting. And then the havoc is more in the Imphal Valley area. That's why I'm saying there are some people who are also connecting, saying that this is the time when our peoples don't have a place to sleep, don't have a place to lie down and then take rest. That's why these things happen. I don't know how far that would be correct, but I think even the heaven is not happy with the way how the whole situation is unfolding in Manipur. That's why some people are saying we are so helpless, we can't even take our revenge, but the, the nature took our revenge. That's how they are connecting. But I
I
don't
think people
also
can,
support to that point.
people can say anything. I know it's a time of anguish. People can correlate things, but the point of the matter is that when floods like these happen, half of them in modern India are man-made, like the floods in Kashmir in 2015. I don't think Jhelum flooded the Kashmir. People came to those areas and built houses where it was supposed to be Jhelum's floodplain. Similarly, in Manipur, I'm sure that because of disorganized urbanization, such massive flooding has taken place, and river has just reclaimed the land where it is supposed to flow. I mean, rivers can't be blamed.
No, nobody's blaming the river, but I think what they're trying to do is to juxtapose, saying that the nature's fury is that nature is kind of taking revenge when people can't take their revenge, and it's a very sorry situation where you have to go to these kind of metaphors to feel that justice has finally been delivered to your side.
I think it's people can frame their problems in a way, but natural disasters don't discriminate between ethnicities and communities and religion. That's what I said at the starting of the program. It doesn't make a difference. People suffer, and suffering is a universal thing, and it happens to any community. It's something which should be condemned, and it's something which people should help other people to come out of it. Going back to Mr. Sharma, despite all these things, another incident, first there was a firing in Imphal, there was a firing in Churachandpur. I mean to say, it just tells me a sense of disarray. And I asked this to General Sivach. This is supposed to be part of the 100-day program. And you have these off incidents keep, happening all over the place. So how would people say that, things are coming back to a normal rhythm?
Kartikeya, first of all, I would like to say Heza will definitely disagree, will not disagree with me this time. The incident happened in Churachandpur could not have done by the Meitei because it's highly restricted to enter the Meitei people. And also the incident which had happened in the worship place in the Imphal, that the Kuki community, it's very difficult for them to come and fire in such a crowded area. So definitely these two incidents are done by the community belonging to them. I am sure the cookies would have done the firing in Churachandpur, and Meitei armed miscreants would have done the firing at the Imphal. Actually, the Ratha Yatra is a very traditional this thing a ritual for Manipur. It started in 1846. Maharaj Narsingh built this temple called Sri Sri Govindaji, and his successor Chandrakirti Maharaj rebuilt again in 1876. Since then, this Ratha Yatra is uh, traditionally carrying out every year. And due to unfortunate reasons during the COVID and the last year due to this clashes between the two communities, these celebrations could not be done. So I have some information from some of the sources that few days back some armed miscreants came and told not to have Rath Yatra because of present crisis. However, the Pandits, I think they try to negotiate. We are not celebrating. It's a ritual. We are just going to perform the rituals. And this Ratha is prepared about a month back. It's a huge structure. Every year it's assembled and dismantled. It's like it is done in Puri. So it's a small form of that in Imphal also. So those structure, I think they're just to scare the fire on the structure, and I think it's warned Pandits not to conduct this Ratha Yatra. This is sort of information I got it. It is
But
not
if you're
by
saying that they
different
were told not to, who were
within
telling
the
them?
communities.
Who were telling them?
Some of the my sources said it is the armed miscreants from Delhi, which is not known to the people of who are telling the source, telling me the story. So it's not related with the ethnic classes presently. I'm sure in Churachandpur also the Meitei community would not have done it. Similar in Imphal also. These are not to be linked in my opinion with the ongoing crisis.
Okay. Now let me play out the bite of the Chief Minister Biren Singh on the flood situation, and then I'm going to introduce the third aspect of our story, which is a report on the mapping of the Manipur land in context of the poppy cultivation that has come out.
It is a natural calamity, you know. We do not expect such huge quantity of, rainfall will be made by the state. That it is happening in worldwide, not only in the particular northeast state of India, even in Delhi, Gujarat, many parts, even Assam usually. So, government did back off precautionary measures timely, but even though the volume of rainfall was so high, even in Kangpopi area, Senapati area, unfortunately in Senapati area, 2 precious life lost were in the Ukhrul. Even Ukhrul is flooded. So for the future, I was discussing with the Honorable Minister Water Resource. We have to make a comprehensive plan, detailed project report, so that we can have a permanent solution for the future.
And the third aspect of our today's conversation, a report has come out which shows that the decline of illegal poppy cultivation in state is correct. And when I say decline, I say yes. The Manipur Remote Sensing Application Center, MARSAC, conducted the survey. Advanced mapping and estimation methods were used. The study, conducted from September 2023 to January 2024, mapped the poppy cultivation areas, destruction of 19,135.50 acres of poppy plantation between 17 to 2024, highest destruction rates in Kangpokpi, followed by Churachandpur, drop in poppy cultivation from 16,632 acres in 2022-23 to 11,288 acres in 23-24. Opium poppy cultivation decreased by 32.13% in 23-24 compared to 22-23. Kangpokpi district had the largest area at 9,517 acres in 21-22. Poppy cultivation Kangpokpi declined by 41% in 22-23. Churachandpur poppy cultivation dropped from 9,517 acres in 21-22 to 5,407 acres in 22-23. Tamenglong district had about 96 acres of poppy cultivation. Now, there are areas which are poppy free and areas where poppy cultivation has become minimal. Now, in Firzwal district, it remains the only poppy free hill district in Manipur. So, Brijesh, I think that's one positive development.
Well, absolutely, and I think this also lends credence to the claim of the government that they have been going big after the people who are planting poppy cultivation, and they are going after the trade, the drugs trade, and it is also I would say a testimony of the kind of the effort that has been put forth by Biren Singh. It will be very interesting to see whether the other data centers or other organs of the state also reacts as enthusiastically as the figures which have been put out by us.
This brings me to the question, General Sivaj, why did so much of poppy cultivation happen in Manipur? I mean to say, when we are talking about thousands of acres, we are not talking about a plot of land. When we say this much of acre, how did this happen? Today with this data in front of me, how did so much of poppy cultivation happen in Manipur? Why did Manipur become the poppy cultivation area?
Very correct, Kartikeya. What has happened is that Manipur is always known epicenter of the movement of drugs, because there is Thailand, there is Myanmar, and then northeast is very close to it, and this is very close to that basically opium triangle. What has happened here is that opium and poppy cultivation is a part of problem. And that is where one keep on saying that there is a foreign hand involvement, especially in hill areas, the area which was lying vacant or which was also being cultivated. They found that poppy cultivation, opium cultivation is beneficial. And therefore, lot of migrants have also come, some Chin population which has come from Myanmar, also poppy cultivation being taken by the people who are residing in hill area, because it is paying greatly. And now this is the biggest cause of concern. Three things which are there which need to be curbed at the earliest. One is poppy cultivation, second is the illegal migration, and third is weapons which have also illegally come from Myanmar to Manipur. So all these three things are a cause of uh, problem and cause of this situation which has gone from bad to worse. So saying so that why Manipur is a hub center of poppy cultivation, because it is easy to do poppy cultivation, it is easy to escape in Myanmar. Also, it is paying them heavily, and it's very close to the Golden Triangle, and it from here goes into number of other places and earn a lot of money. And this has ruined the state completely
But General
because
Sivaj, this
drugs.
could have happened in Mizoram, it could have happened in Arunachal, it could have happened in Nagaland. I mean, say, if you look at the numbers, the data which I have read, it tells you thousands of acres. But why Manipur?
You see, I have served in Mizoram in later part of 70s, when the talks were going on between the Mizo National Front and the government of India. That time, Lal Dinga used to be the chief, and Brigadier Byak Chunga was the Mizo National Army. Now, the biggest advantage of Mizoram is that it is under the church. The church has always played a very major positive role, and you will find it the drugs have not penetrated that much in Mizoram, and they follow what the church said, and church is been one of the instruments which say that a lot of good things happen in Mizoram, and to some extent it is also in Nagaland. But unfortunately in Manipur, because there is a lot of area which was lying vacant in hills, and also it was easy to infiltrate from Myanmar, and there was also a population called Chin very close to Kuki. Possibly it has taken place, and also the distress which is there in Kuki and Methi. So overall, if you see other state, there was some check and balance. Maybe church was involved in that for positive role, that they did not allow that. They were telling the adversities of poppy cultivation and drug. Here that has not happened, and this is been known for a long time that Manipur is a victim of poppy cultivation and illegal migration, which is a part of a problem, not part of
Okay.
solution, and has it's a cause of concern. So the point I want to convey is the situation of Manipur over a period of time has become more complex rather than getting resolved. There is ethnic fight going on between Kuki and Methi. There are poppy cultivation, there are illegal migrants, there are illegal weapons which has come. Weapons have been also looted from the police armory. So all this made a cocktail where situation is not coming under control, you find a peace prevailing for some time, then again some incident take place and we go back to square one.
Okay,
Karthik.
Misal, why Manipur?
Yeah,
Why not
Kartikeya,
other areas? Why not other areas?
Kartikeya, you
General
are
says that
rightly
it's because of the.
pointing.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, Kartikeya, you are rightly pointing a question, asking why poppy cultivation is not taking place in other state of northeast like Manipur. I think that question is something uh, which starts the core point. I would tell you, uh, Mizoram, it is complete a tribal states. Second, Nagaland is a complete tribal states. But when it comes to Manipur, I have already been saying this time and again. If you look at the state budget, 90% of the land is hills. But when you look at the state budget allocation, not even 10% of the budget allocation is for the hills. I think in such level of discrimination for the tribal people, uh, what would be the best option for them to survive? In fact, I am the one who been raising a voice against this poppy cultivation, irrespective of which community is doing the cultivation. I was very vocal against this, and I was part of this state level consultation on war on drugs. And I've been challenging the state government, saying that when you are going on massive destruction of poppy cultivation, it is well and fine, but how come you waste war on drugs without any budget? Now it's like taking away my plates without making any replacement. I'm not in favor of poppy cultivation, but somebody who is who is maintaining their bare survivor has to go to that extent of making a living. That's why I'm saying if you want poppy cultivation to be completely eradicated, you don't need to do it by force. Just find a replacement alternative to the livelihood, then I think nobody is for poppy cultivation, because I mean that whole tribal belt belongs to the Christian community, and the church is very much against this poppy cultivation. Even the militant groups have already issued stern warning to poppy cultivator, saying that there will be, I mean, strict action against who are indulging in poppy cultivation. But you cannot stop them, because someone who is hungry, someone who is starving, how could you stop them to go to that extent? That's why I'm saying, unless you find any alternative to that, it's always, I mean, it's not wise from the part of the state government, who should also take care of the living, the livelihood of the state, its citizens, going against completely.
Okay.
It won't help. It won't
Okay,
help. That's what I
fair,
was
fair
saying.
point.
And
Because
when
today
you
I
are
don't want to make the
when
discussion about the cookies and the metis. I'm just asking why did it didn't happen in other northeastern states. General had a point. You also had a point. Why did it happen in Manipur, Mr. Sharma? Why did it happen in Manipur? If you look at the data, it's a good job done. Illegal poppy fields have been destroyed. But the first thing which comes to my mind, it didn't happen in
Vast tract of lands.
vast tracts of land. Vast tracts of land. It means that it
I
happened
have
over a
the
period of time.
I have different opinion. General Sivas and Mr. Hajang, they have said because of the Christianity, other states are not having. In fact, the hill areas in Manipur are completely a Christian community only. It's 100% Christian, and the only churches are there. You won't find any temple or any mosque or any other religious structures other than few Tangzing and the Kogru, which are our ancestral traditional places. Otherwise, rest of the hills are all Christian community. So Christianity is the only solution. I will not agree to it. And also, a scheduled tribe. Hazang said, scheduled tribe. Nagaland is full scheduled tribe. Mizoram is scheduled tribe. Manipur is only a mix. That's why. So this is the problem. Then Maitai being Maitai is given to scheduled tribe. That should also solve. Whereas it will not happen. I know. And the problem is law and order and the policies out there and the poor administration. The laws and rules and regulation laws are same. We all are in India, either in Nagaland, Mizoram, or Manipur. So the state administration has to be more proactive, and they have to be on their toes to destroy and to punish those who are doing this poppy cultivation, or any other trafficking of drugs. There is a lack of imposition of law. That's what I would say. Otherwise, the land available area is same in Nagaland and Mizoram also. And other factor is the Chin Kuki community, as General has brought out, the Manipur being more close to the Chin community towards the Myanmar side. And also, as Hazang has said, it becomes an easy earning for the poppy planters or poppy planting laborers compared to other crops. So I agree in certain aspects of Hazang. The government has to provide an alternative if you want to curb this. At the same time, you have to give a punitive, severe punishment, and justice should be delivered within 1 month or within 6 months. Otherwise, delayed justice is also a problem. And also corruption, by paying some money here and there, the people can avoid a certain punishment or certain litigations. So
But
the state has to come down very
Mr.
heavily
Sharma, you
on
would
law and order.
agree at least one job has been done. That is, a large tracts of land have been destroyed. I mean, whatever may be the reason, the church, the government policy, the tribals, whatever it is, at least the illegal poppy fields have been destroyed. I think that's one good thing that has happened.
It is. I will say. I'll tell it, because
And I agree with you. The people need to be
officers-
given livelihood in hill areas. I completely agree
government
with you.
officers-
And Hejang made a
I-
correct point. But then
I'll tell you one more point. I'll just supplement your point. Generally, the officers who are posted in hills in Manipur, they don't want to go to hills because they find more comfortable in Imphal. So mostly they don't go, or even if they go, they don't take their duty seriously. Hazang will we agree in this aspect. So there is no monitoring or no control over it. So whoever comes and can do anything there, and an official and officer going sometime in a month or not going at all, just going for the sake of going, will not have any control over the hill areas. So that is one more reason for the hill
Okay.
areas being deforested, and such activities are taking place. If you monitor daily on a daily basis, and law enforcing agencies are employed properly, then it will not happen, in my opinion.
fair enough, there are things which happen, there are things which do not happen, but today something has happened, and I think we must give the credit to the agencies. We have criticized the government, we have criticized the agencies on multiple things, but the destruction of illegal poppy fields in Manipur is a very good thing which is happening. The survey that is being conducted shows that in the hill areas, these illegal poppy fields are being done away with. But yes, as General Sivach and Hejang made the point, people need to be given livelihood. These areas need to be mapped. As Mr. Sharma said, that the officers should be, who are going to the hill areas, should be asked to be more vigilant, should not take hill areas as a punishment posting. But this is a good development that has happened in Manipur, which is ravaged by floods and where violence, sporadic cases of violence continue. And the state is not normal, but at least something is happening which is a movement in a good direction.